Okay, so today we made 3 of these, and these are 51 by 51 boards, 16 millimeters thick. They are scrap wood from my cupboards that I tear down when I tear down the wall, and now they are going to become tables, workbenches here in my indoor shed. I'm now preparing to do my first cuts with my table saw, my Einhell table saw. And I have some stuff I wanted to show you how I'm thinking around this, because table saw safety is, well, it's paramount. I mean, a table saw is really dangerous. I think and I imagine and I can understand why. So this is the setup I set up yesterday, and now I realized that I can't do it this way. It's too dangerous. So the setup consists of a ripping fence that I've attached to my shed walls. It's this aluminium rod that clamped to either side, so it's stiff and straight. And then I have my table saw just placed on the floor here, kept in place by its own weight. So it should be quite sturdy, but the risk I'm taking here is that the saw will pivot so that the blade isn't parallel to the rip fence. And what will happen then is that the risk is that the board that I'm cutting will get stuck and pinched between the rip fence and the blade, and the blade would then grip the board and throw it back. So the danger zone with this setup is between the rip fence and the blade, because it's there the board may get pinched and thrown. On the outside of the blade, the risk of having throwbacks is very low, because there's nothing to pinch against, and I also have a split knife or a rubbing knife here, so that piece will just be left alone and peacefully reside there. So I can't stand here. That's the main point. So 2 of these is going to go on top of the wood storage carter, and 1 is going to be the top for the miter saw station, so that my saw horses can be used for other stuff. So here is now the setup I think I'm going to try. So I have the table extension on here. I have the rip fence here attached to my indoor shed securely. I have a sawhorse here and a sawhorse here, and I'm going to feed the material like this. And I now try to rehearse this so that I can stand over here, so I'm free of any kickback. The kickback will go here, so I will probably be clear of that, hopefully. And I'm going to feed this like this. I push against the fence and close to the blades. I have counter force for the blade forcing that direction. So I'm going to push here like that, and at some moment I need to take my right hand, keep my left hand here, take my right hand, take the push stick and start pushing here. And if I push at this position, the saw blade force here will counteract so that I keep the pressure on the rip fence there. And then I can feed this all the way through the blade and over there. I have to swap positions here so that the saw is placed there. I must think about this. Here's the next setup. As you can see, I have the table saw here, I have the rip fence here. I now have the following proposition: to feed the material through here. Although it may get stuck there, so that's one problem. And of course another problem is that I have no support here. So maybe I should actually put back the table extension of the saw so that I get a table here too. I think I'll do that. The second thing is I need to figure out how to feed the material. So as you can see, the kickback may happen on this big piece here. So I have room to stand here on the side, so at least I'm able to stand free of any kickback of this one. And also I'm able to use this feed stick to push the material against the fence using these little knobs that are left on this board here. So I can just grab them there and push the last piece through, and then I keep the material secured to the fence. But of course I have to take into account that the blade will actually push here. The blade is rotating like that, so it will push the material this way. And the question is, if I push here and the blade is pushing here, I can't actually prevent that. So I would like to push here, but if I push here, you see, then the material moves like that. So perhaps that's still the correct move, because as the blade will have a counterforce here, so I should be able to push there without that happening. And as you can see, yeah, now that happened, and that mustn't happen, that this material is dropping down here. So I have to mount the table extensions. So yeah, I'm quite nervous, and I want to be very, very sure that I don't do any mistakes here. And after I've done these cuts, of course, I am building proper tables in here in my indoor shed. So the reason I have to put up with this now is that I haven't organized my indoor shed to be able to use this table saw in a proper way. So I have to do these cuts as safe as I can, so that I later have an indoor shed and a workbench that I can do safe cuts on. Wow, I was so nervous, but this time it went well. So if I continue to be careful, I hope I don't have any accidents. So yeah, let's move on. Whoa. Whew. Oh, that was quite stressful and quite learning and quite relieving to finally get these cuts done. And as you noticed, I'm really a newbie at this. So, but one step at a time, and I think I can learn this, and at least I didn't get hurt, and that's a good thing. So now let's take a look at the stuff we made today. Yeah, that's it for today. We done the first cuts on the Einhell table saw, and I'm happy with that, and I'm going to continue to learn. And thank you for watching, and see you next time.
If you like my videos, feel free to do nothing.
Just grab a cup of coffee
and enjoy.